This is the 6-foot snow-flocked hollow star Christmas tree. It is actually 6 feet. So I'm 5'4", so you can kind of tell it does have that distance. I did measure and it is actually 6 feet. But yeah, I think that this tree is absolutely gorgeous, but let me show you how to set it up. So the tree does come in 4 pieces, so 3 tree pieces and then this X base. So this X-shaped tree base is just like all the other ones. It collapses for easier storage, and then you have this little screw. I have it in there, but not screwed all the way, just so I can get the base piece in. So all the pieces are clearly marked with letter tags, so C is the bottom. And you can also tell because it has the cords at the very bottom, but that just slides in like that. And right now I just have 1 screw in, but it does come with 3. And just make sure you screw that in so that it keeps the base secure. Next is piece B. The flock is going everywhere. Alrighty. And then lastly, piece A. And piece A has a plastic tip, so just be careful with that one because if you bend it, it will snap. I have done that before. So now it is assembled. All we have to do is plug everything in and then fluff it out. When the tree came, it had this cord separate, and you just have to plug it into the bottom piece right here. And how all these plugs work is you just have those 2 ends that fit right in. So there's a flat side and a round side, and you just have to match them up just like so. Make sure that is all the way together, and then you'll screw this piece on just to make sure it's tightened on there. So you're gonna do that with this cord to the base, and then it has a second cord coming up, and that one will attach to piece B just in the same way. And then there is a third one, and that one's gonna go all the way to the top, right up here on piece A. But yeah, it's just that easy. And then you can kind of tuck these cords back in the back just so they're hidden. And then also on that plug, there is this little button right here, and that has the QR code for the app on the back. But it also has this little button on the front that you can use to change all the settings. So you don't have to use the app. You could just press this little button just to go through all the settings. Now, I would suggest wearing clothes that you could just easily brush off the flock with, because I have a feeling the flock snow is gonna get everywhere. I have reviewed some of these trees before, and it always makes a huge mess. So let's see how messy this tree is. Honestly, that didn't take very long at all. I think it may have taken about 10 minutes just to fluff out the whole tree. The branches are so thick that I think it kind of gives it a fuller look already. So fluffing out the tree is not as big of a deal with this flocked, thick tree. So here it is, plugged in the dark. This one you can download an app for, which is awesome. I have it downloaded on my phone, but I'm also recording on my phone. So I can't show you that right now, but luckily, this little plug, like I showed you before, does have a little button. So you could just press that to change the settings. So let's go through a few of them right now. This one's really cozy. I like how it changes colors. And then you can do multicolor fading and blinking. There's just so many different settings, and you can customize it on the app. But with this thing, you just flip through all the settings and then you just stop on whichever one you like. I think the blue looks so magical, especially with the snow flocked look. Kind of like an ice princess queen, like Elsa, I don't know. Look at that, it looks so beautiful. I also think this would be just fun for a Christmas party. Very upbeat, so colorful. I love this tree. Ooh, this is kind of fun. It's like a stacking feature. It's like stacking rings on the tree. Ooh, I like this one. It has like two-toned colors that morph into one. That's really cool. But yeah, so many different looks, so many different settings. I love the multicolor one and the just plain blue color as well. I think those look really good with the snow flocked look. But yeah, super pretty, so colorful. It was really easy to set up, and actually it didn't shed a lot of flocked snow. Like, that's all that came off. That's barely anything. I'm actually really impressed with this tree because normally the ground would be covered in that snow stuff. This is the least amount of flocked snow that has come off a snowy tree that I've tried so far. Like, I feel like whatever they use to glue that snow on is really doing its job. This is so pretty. I love the different colors. I love how the lights glow off the snow. Normally, I wouldn't choose a snow flock tree just because the snow gets everywhere, but since this one isn't shedding that much, it may have convinced me to go over to the snow flock tree side.